Unpacked the pain, told myself you're free again. Taped up the grief, shut every door, but healing's not a final score. I laughed at things I used to fear, thought I'd outgrown that old tight tear. But then one song, one quiet night, and there it was, the aching light. I thought I was done hurting, thought I'd passed the storm. But memories don't ask permission, they return soft, not warm. Not to break me down again, but to sit beside what never meant. And I don't fight it like before, I just breathe and feel it more. I used to flinch at every crack, now I just nod, yeah, welcome back. It's not defeat, it's not delay, it's just a part that couldn't stay. The smile I wear is not a mask, it's just a pause between the past. And though the pain still knocks sometimes, I let it in and stop the climb. I thought I was done hurting, but healing isn't clean. It loops and folds like rivers you've already stepped between. It doesn't mean I've lost my ground, it means I've let my soul be found by letting grief come through the door and learning how to feel once more. Once more. Let the world expect a straight line, I'll walk my own in curved design. If I ache, it doesn't mean I've failed what healing really means. So when I say I'm doing okay, know that includes my hurting days. I'm not back there, but it's not gone, I'm just someone still holding on. Healing isn't the end of pain, it's the soft permission to feel it without fear. They clapped when I stood back upset. Look at you, you're strong enough. But they don't see the nights I shake, or all the smiles I have to fake. They called it brave, they called it light, but healing's not a sudden flight. It's breath by breath and tear by tear, and most days still feel unclear. Healing didn't feel like winning, more like crawling than beginning. No finish line, no cheering crowd, just quiet days without the loud. And though I rise alone. It's not a crown, it's just a home, a softer truth beneath the spin. Healing didn't feel like a win. I used to think that peace would shine like fireworks inside my mind, but some days peace is just a nap, a single breath without collapse. No anthem played, no grand parade, just just showing up in slow cascade. And when they say you made it now, I only nod but don't know how. Healing didn't feel like winning, more like walking through old thinning. The kind of strength they can't applaud, 'cause it looks still, but it's a lot. And if I seem a bit subdued, it's 'cause I'm still rebuilding truth. No medals here, no violins, but I'm alive and that begins. Let me say this without pride, sometimes healing just means I tried. It's not the glory people chase, it's waking up and making space. So if you're healing, feeling tired, not inspired, not admired, know that you're still in the spin, and that's okay. Not every win feels like a win. Sometimes staying is the victory, even if no one claps.
To laugh without a guard, run wild without counting scars. Didn't overthink each move, just live the lines I didn't prove. Now I pause at every turn, measure steps like lessons learned. But sometimes still I miss that girl who didn't care what cracked her world. Some days I miss who I was before I knew what healing does, before I learned to slow it down, to wear the weight without a sound. I miss the mess, I miss the fire, the loud mistakes, the blind desire. I've grown, I've been, but in this pause, some days I miss I was. She broke things just to feel alive. She sang too loud and never lied. She didn't care if she was too much. She felt too fast but lived as such. Now I move with softer hands, I breathe with space, I change my plans. But still I long for that old spark that danced without name in the dark. Some days I miss who I was, not 'cause she had a clearer cause, but 'cause she didn't hold it in, or fake a smile to fit back in. She wasn't wise, she wasn't calm, but she was fierce before the bomb. I've healed, I've learned, but through the gauze, some days I miss who I was. Growth is good, but don't erase the wildness that first carved your space. We're not just meant to better be, we're still the ones we used to be. So if you see me staring long, it's not regret, just old songs. I'm still becoming, still because. But some days, yeah, I miss who I was. Hey, hey, hey. Missing who you were doesn't mean you've gone the wrong way. Go ahead, hey, hey, hey. It means you remember you're alive.
and I froze. Didn't know how to let it show. You smiled soft, I braced my chest, expecting her, but got no test. You touched my shoulder just to stay, not to fix or lead the way. But still I flinched, still looked behind, 'cause gentle hands felt undefined. Kindness felt too loud at first, like echoes in a place I cursed. I wasn't used to peace so near, so I mistook your care for fear. But you were still, you didn't rush, and every word was calm, not hush. You didn't try to break or burst, you held me when I feared the worst. I learned that love was always sharp, a twisted game of moving parts. So when you came with nothing sharp, I didn't know what to guard. You said you're safe, but I looked twice. I'd never seen that kind of night. But your silence didn't mean you'd leave, it meant you stayed so I could breathe. Kindness felt too loud at first, like thunder in a house of hurt. But slowly it began to hum, a song I'd lost but had begun. You didn't fix or ask me why, you just let the storm pass by. And though I shook and though I cursed, you taught me love without rehearse. Not all healing feels like light, sometimes soft still triggers fright. But if it stays and if it waits, it teaches hearts to trust their gate. Now when you smile, I don't flinch, I take it in, inch by inch. Kindness no longer makes me blur, it's how I know I'm safe with her. Sometimes kindness is the loudest thing. Oh, when you live too long in silence, I saw the shortcut, everyone praised the road well lit, the path well paved. But something in me moved too slow, so I turned left and let it grow. I passed by places I once cried, old cafes and changing tides. Took detours where my fear had slept, and found some grace I hadn't kept. I took the long way home, wandered miles I didn't own, found my peace in sideways skies, not in answers, just in tries. It wasn't fast, it wasn't clean, but every turn taught me to lean. And though I'm late, I'm not alone. I took the long way to come home. I stopped to sit where no one cheered, faced old ghosts I once had feared. I walked through fog, through doubt, through dust, till steps grew softer, built from trust. Some called it drifting, some said lost, but healing's path can't count the cost. I gathered pieces that felt wrong and made them sing a different song. I took the long way home, past empty chairs and overgrown. But in those cracks I grew my roots, in broken shoes and borrowed truths. No finish line, no flags to raise, just honest feet and quiet praise. If slow meant learning on my own, then I'm glad I walk back home. Let others race and call it game. I'll take the path that holds the rain, 'cause even detours heal the soul, when getting there was never goal. So if you find me late tonight, with tired eyes but steady light, no, I'm not lost, just deeply known. I took the long way to come home. Not all who wander are lost. Some are just building their own road back. One day I soared, next day I fell, then came the still. I couldn't tell if I was healing or just stuck, but turns and loops are part of luck. I used to track my every mood, mark my wins like they were proof, but now I see the space between is where real strength has always been. Progress isn't a straight line, it twists and fades, but still it's mine. It's breath on days I barely cope, it's tears that carry silent hope. No golden rule, no perfect pace, just moving through with quiet grace. So if I circle back this time, no, I'm still healing, still alive. I took a step, then stepped away. Thought I was fine, but couldn't stay. The fear came back, the weight returned, but softer now, like something learned. Not every dip means I've undone what all the light and rest had won. It only means I'm human too, and healing learns as I do. You, progress isn't a straight line, it curves like rivers, bends like time. Sometimes I run, sometimes I freeze, and sometimes healing means just please. Don't count my worth in linear charts, I've mapped the roads inside my heart. And even when the climb feels blind, I'm still alive, and that's alive. Let others chase the upward trend, I'm here for what the turns can mend. No shame in slowing, in delay, the spiral path still finds the way. See the way. Oh. So if you ask, are you okay? I'll say I moved some breath today. I may not rise in perfect line, but I still rise and call it mine. You're not off track, you're
just moving like a human does. You never said goodbye out loud, just faded like a passing cloud. No final word, no open door, just silence echoing once more. I waited for the last clear line, some perfect end I could define, but all I found was quiet air. And in that hush, I chose repair. I let go without closure. No grand reveal, no resting shoulder. No note that said what wasn't right, just me alone at the end of night. I stopped rereading every text, stopped asking why or what comes next. Not all goodbyes have frames to hold, some hearts just learn to fold. I made my peace with things unsaid, with all the weight inside my head. I used to beg the past to speak, now silence feels less bleak. Letting go wasn't letting loose, it was the grace to not confuse my healing with their maybe. So I closed the page they wouldn't show. I let go without closure. No verdict drawn, no leaning closer. No ribbon tied, no final plea, just breathing through what wasn't me. And though it stung and though I cried, I didn't need them to decide. Some pieces found in walking slow and leaving when you don't know. Forgiveness doesn't need their voice, sometimes it's just the softer choice to free yourself from loops unclosed and plant your feet on ground you chose. So if they ask why I moved on, I'll smile and say the hurt is gone. Not 'cause I got the ending right, but 'cause I gave myself the light. Closure isn't something they give you, it's something you give yourself. And keep walking. I used to fill the quiet fast with shaky laughs and questions asked. I feared the still, I feared the pause, like silence meant something was lost. But now I sit without a sound, no need to prove, no rush around. You won't hear thunder when I heal, but don't mistake what I conceal. My silence isn't empty, it's where I hold what's left of me. The parts that broke, the parts that stayed, the dreams that whispered, not to fade. You think I'm gone, you think I hide, but quiet is where I reside. Not every truth is loud or bright, some truths are born without the fight.
I used to speak, to feel less small, to echo back what none would call. Now words are tools, not armor plates. I speak when peace articulates. Don't ask me why, I'm slow to speak, when silence now is how I seek a kind of power, soft and wide, that lives in breath I used to bide. My silence isn't empty, it's where my deepest self has sent me. Not for retreat, not for regret, but for the truths I won't forget. Don't fill the gap I didn't ask. Don't label pause as broken mask. This hush is full, it holds my name. It's not escape, it's how I came. Some hearts don't shout what they survive. They hold it still and stay alive. And every quiet I let grow taught me the way back home to soul. So if I speak less, understand, it's not because I need a hand. It's just I found a place so wide, where silence speaks what words can't hide. Silence isn't absence, it's a language all its own. My silence isn't empty, it's where my deepest self has sent me. Not for retreat, not for regret, but for the truths I won't forget. Don't fill the gap I didn't ask. Don't label pause as broken mask. Oh, oh,
Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. I braced the winds that tore my skin, held tight when storms came rushing in. I learned to fight with clenched up hands, to be the wall that always stands. But when the thunder left the sky, I didn't break, I just asked why. Why must survival always roar, when peace is what I longed for more? Softness came after the storm, not with trumpets, not a reborn. It whispered through the quiet room, it wrapped around my ache, my gloom. I didn't know I'd made it through, till I no longer needed proof. I didn't shout, I didn't glow, but in the hush I started to grow. The rain had left, the mess remained, but something soft began unnamed. A hand that held a slower pace, the warmth of breath against my face. I didn't need to bounce back fast, I let the softness slowly last. It wasn't loud, it wasn't bright, but it felt more like real life. Softness came after the storm, like skin rebuilt that once was torn. It asked for nothing, made no scene, but gently said, you're still seen. I let my guard dissolve like mist, and gave the breeze my clenched up fist. No longer built from stone or steel, but from the truth I dare to feel. You can't rush peace, it comes on feet that step through pain. They told me run to where it's bright, but I was tired of chasing light. I just survived the thick of dark, didn't need another spark. I didn't sprint, I didn't shine, I took my time to realign. I let the shadows walk beside, till I no longer had to hide. I didn't rush back to the light, didn't force what wasn't right. I let the dawn unfold its way, one quiet breath for every day. I found a glow that wasn't loud, not made for cheers or for a crowd, but in that slow, forgiving pace, I met myself with gentle grace. Some healed with fire, some with rain. I healed through the silent strain. No breakthroughs loud, no phoenix rise, just learning not to compromise. The light, it came, but not to save. It simply stood beside a brave and whispered, you can rest, not raise. This path was made to fit your place. I didn't rush back to the light, didn't fake joy just to be right. I let the warmth seep through my skin, like truth that grows from deep within. And though the dark had made its mark, it taught me how to love my heart. Not as a war I had to win, but as a place to live again. Not all light comes with shining beams, some come through the softest dreams. And when you're tired, don't chase the sun, let stillness show you've already begun. Yeah, yeah. Oh. So here I stand, not blind, not bright, but finally okay with night. And if the glow comes slow to me, it's still enough to set me free, yeah. You don't have to run to the light, sometimes just not hiding is already shining.